So it's another rival week. Colorado's going to, Fort Collins, away game against quote-unquote little brother. But what is it really? I mean, you've scheduled for the last couple of years back-to-back rival weeks where you're going against historical rivals. You had Nebraska from my old conference, the Big 8, now it's the Big 12, and you had a in-state rivalry where you have Colorado versus Colorado State. You know, putting those back to back is interesting because last year people say, did that burn Colorado out? Yeah. It's even more so the case this year. Have you all noticed the weight over Colorado? It's like, you better not move. You better not mess up. A lot of people say it's hard to perform up under that, like at a job or in sports. Like, just can't really breathe. I think that's been the goal. I've been warning people about whether it's the ref or whether it's just the pressure of people want to see them fail more than they want to see them succeed. A lot more than normal. Because when you think about the typical team, you look at the most pressure a team would usually see. You see a team where they go against their rival, like a Nebraska. And those people just hate them because it's competition. It's been going on for a long time. That's typically where you see the hate come from the average team. You like a University of Georgia, Alabama. Like, most people only go at the people they have to compete with. But not Colorado. Colorado has people who don't even play them. They don't even play their team. And it's like, what is the fascination with seeing them fail? It's something outside of football because there's no real football component to it. They don't have a team. Colorado don't play their team, yet they're invested in seeing Colorado lose. That's what Colorado's up against. Good, bad, or ugly. Earned or not earned, deserved or not deserved. You can point out all the reasons. They don't explain your fascination or over-fascination with going on everybody's blog, hanging, watching our whole live, just talking dumb, you know, just going on and on. You have nothing better to do with your life. Over a team that don't, it's like you're psychopathic, you know. It's like you're a reverse fan. You're a fan, just a sick, twisted version of a fan. Because you're always there. You always got something to say. And it's like, it's not your team. You're supposed to have a team, but you have the time to like follow Colorado around more than people who actually support them. It's a weird thing. But when you look at what Colorado's facing this week, it's interesting because it's like, doing as you do, doing as you don't. Like, if Colorado plays a decent game and barely beats these boys, barely could be field goal, touchdown, couple touchdowns, really, because you're going to look at what Texas did. Y'all see y'all great. It's like they can feel like the good old Coach Prime statement, which you don't say it twice. You know, you feel like you win, but you feel like you're losing. You won, but you feel like you lost. You know, all of that. That's the situation they're in. They can lose, and it's just, you know, people want to bury them. Your season over before it even get started. They already was ready to do that. Game 1, they was ready to pounce on you. Game 2, they got an opportunity to pounce on you. They don't want to have you nothing to build on. They don't want to see you really have anything positive. Like, all negative. You lost. You know, you shut the team out second half. They say, oh, they took their foot off the gas. They just want to end the game. They don't even sound right. It's dumb. That's not even intelligent football, because really, Colorado got 10 points. When Jimmy went out of bed, they could have got another touchdown. They gave away a touchdown and interception, and Bentley could have picked off one. So you really want to, like, you ain't have it like that. Got in red zone like 3 times and then score. Not a field goal, not nothing. Got a field goal later. So you was moving the ball. As ragged as Colorado was, they moved the ball. As non-blocking as Colorado was, they moved the ball and got in red zone. They're not punching it in. Can be some things they can work on. Maybe personnel, maybe packages. I mean, but you got there. You just ain't finish it. They're not going to spend a whole week figuring out how to get in the red zone, because you really struggled with red zone last couple weeks. Short distance, you know, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Multiple times. If you can get over that, who knows what your games look like. People dog the defense out. Nobody point out what good they did. People dog Shador out, even though he still threw over almost 300 yards on a bad day. On the average day, he threw almost 500. We ain't seen this man peak yet. They ready to write him off. You're not that good anyway. You're not Heisman. You're not a first rounder. It's like everybody's looking. It's really childish and sick. You're looking to spend your time crapping on somebody for whatever sick reason you feel justified that. It is what it is. It's far outside of football. Because football is played on the field. If you can't do it, you can't do it. What you got to do with it? You're not on the field. You just never probably been on and never was good. Yet you got all the energy to push that man down, doing what he do. He's doing something you can't do. Haven't done. That's what we have. It's weird. And I question because, I talked about the losing spirit. I've already done the overview for the game. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Y'all can catch that stuff. Go back and check some of the older stuff out, most recent. Because when I look at this Colorado game, what's really good? Does it really matter what they do? Are you even really for Colorado? Like, it's weird. They win, you back on. They lose, you back off. Or they win, you say, well, they need to win one more. Once they win the next two, then you jump back on like you was ready to throw them off. You was ready to ditch them after one game loss. It's a new team. I said multiple times. You want to talk about what you say, and the clowns never say what you say. They pick what they want to pick. I said multiple times. The talent should get them where they need to be, but they're going to need time to gel. Anybody gonna need that, even the team back. It's just you start a new season. Why do you think NFL have preseason games outside of figuring who's gonna make the cut, new roster? But even they got new teams, they gotta put some stuff together. And even the first few games, it's an adjustment. We gotta figure out personnel. You're not gonna figure that out in one game. You're not gonna figure that out at practice doing 3/4 speed against the same people. You're not getting a real look. These coaches, they ain't got a real fair look of who's gonna be that guy. Especially with defense. Who's going to emerge? Who's going to be the guy? We haven't seen that yet. We starting to see who the guy we really want to at linebacker. We starting to really see the D linemen who's going to be consistent. It take a few games to really have that data. I spotlighted some guys who I thought would really pop out, and then by every time people really figure it out, they don't wreak havoc. Our D line hasn't wreaked havoc. They're maturing slowly. They seem to kick in more in the second half of the game. I'm even looking at certain people that didn't play this week. They made a play the week before. We got to look at the right combination, all of that. Who's really that guy? You figuring that out on the fly. Sometimes you don't even get a real opportunity till injuries come in. Then you look at the offensive line. We're like, we need to switch Benson back with Tyler Brown. Go back to guard. I saw something weird. Like, I don't know what kind of scheme it was. Like, people who don't really watch it. You're a hater, you don't care. And you probably don't know nothing. I watched a scheme early in that game where Shador tried to get the ball out to Travis. Like, probably that first possession, the third. I don't think it was the second. It was a pick, I believe. But he threw the ball out like a little hitch. And I think the guy may have knocked the ball down. It may have even got out there. But the point was, I saw a blocking scheme that was weird. Like, they were walking up on the line. Big boy already dogging out the middle. It ain't really no plan to, like, double team him. Instead, Benson kind of like, they did like I guess you would call it a blocking scheme. It looked more astonished to me because I don't know what kind of scheme. It's like Benson released from guard. Tyler Brown came back around. Like, I don't know. I guess he tried to kind of trap block him a little bit. But the problem is, dude gets so much penetration that ain't working. So by the time Tyler Brown came back and tried to trap him, dude already in the backfield. It looked like Tyler Brown missed the block. I bet it counted against him. Tyler Brown hit him from the side. The dude already full steam. Because you got to understand, Benson is in front of him. Benson moved. So he in there. Immediately, he didn't hesitate. Tyler Brown hit him from the side. Dude already running right in Shador's face. Shador doing a little play action, faking the ball. I don't know if it was RPO, more like a fake. Everybody's like, he should get the ball out faster. Man, do you not see the fake? He's faking it to the running back. Maybe the running back tried to help a little bit on the block. Dude got full stand. He a big old monster coming in the backfield. Right? One of the biggest, strongest guys out there. He coming full speed. Should do a fake. He should have got the ball all right now. If he had not did that, he could have dumped it right out there immediately because he had room. It was been a little hitch. He could Travis room to make a play. Then, to make it worse, the guy coming off the edge, I think a backer walked up. Benson was trying to get out there to him. He out there in the backfield, jumping, ready to knock the ball down. It just disrupted the whole play. What's my point? That blocking scheme absolutely had no business going on. I just saw that play with that scheme. But stuff like that, it looked like they just crashing your line. But it was the scheme. Them boys was immediately in the backfield because our line decided to crisscross. That ain't finna work. The way that boy was getting quick in the backfield and the way that end was coming, by the time both of them missed the block. And it totally disrupted the timing and it totally disrupted that pass play. And we kept saying that weird stuff. I know they had to see that on the film. Don't do that mess no more. Especially when you got them kind of guys. You know, it's hard enough to block in front of them. You up here moving out the way to go get another dude. He in the backfield, the other dude in the backfield too. Both our linemen looking dumb. Like, what we do? And it looked like they ain't blocking. Stuff like that, we don't really get to see. Like, some of the calls that working against them. Get that jump together, coaches. Don't do that. That is not the team, not the play to do that. And the play calling and stuff like that, yeah, it needs the scheme way up. But when it comes to this game, the pressure is real. It's not just the pressure of the rivalry. Some people so this null. They don't recognize what's in the air. You know, the heaven is. It's enough going on in this world. But when you look at Coach Prime, every doggone other week, they got some nonsense. Now they saying he told the band not to play the fight song. You need to play perfect timing. They just come up with stupid stuff just to fill in the gap. If it ain't nothing going on with a coach left the team, the player left the team, they come up with some nonsense. Bogus lies. Like it's elementary, it's middle school. They got to deal with all that crap. You know, you talk about, okay, they said, oh, he made all the players go and support his son, the rapping, right? That ain't even his personality. So many players wonder. Yeah, you put that nonsense out and dumb people believe everything that come on the media, no matter how dumb it is. Grown, dumb people. Like, you too grown to be that dumb. If you don't know the person well enough to know that's not true, at least not be that dumb to believe everything you hear and actually try to do some research or try to, you know, or just, it ain't none of your business. Who cares what they do? You ain't even there. Half of you ain't even a fan. You know, it's like, if that what you want to hear, you, more like it ain't even supporting Colorado. You the first one to speak on it. You don't know enough to talk. They got all that going on, guys. And what I really feel about this game, we can talk this, that, and that, the player, but the energy got to get right. You got to get right. It's a long season. You talking like they should pack their bags up because they lost one game. They made mistakes. It was an important game. But really, it was lingering over from them. They really wanted them to lose the first week. Say, quit, tap out. If you want to tap out, you tap out. Get your mouth off the team. I mean, it's a dangerous sport. These boys getting broke up, hurt. And yeah, that energy and that bad energy does have an impact. A lot of people doing it know it have an impact because they don't give up on their life. They want everybody else to give up. Give up too. I ain't got nothing, you have nothing too. Crab in the bucket mentality. Losing mentality. But this game week right here, I would like to say it's going to be definitive. It's only definitive if they struggle and if they lose. If they win convincingly, it's not going to do much for them. People just going to move the goalposts. I told y'all they not going to get no credit for nothing. Y'all did this last year. Well, it's only Colorado State. But if you lose, oh, it ain't just only Colorado State. Then you go to Baylor. Well, it's just Baylor. It's always going to be, oh, it's not a big deal. But they're going to make a whole big deal if you lose or struggle, because they're looking for bulletin board material. This is really interesting. I don't know how I feel about this game because it's so outside of football, like the X and O's. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff that's irritating, need to fix. It's fixable. Well, they fix the running game. It's irritating. Say, oh, they run the ball, keep to my running the ball. That's for them. I ain't got to run crap. You don't. Quit acting like you do. You ain't never done it probably anyway. You probably wasn't good at it, like we say. But we just want to see the game, but it's hard. It's hard with all of them. I think I said at the end of last year, it's the same spirit. Like, it's football, you know, it ain't personal. It's entertainment. It's that. It's exciting. You know, you enjoy it. Like, it don't supposed to be negative. It don't supposed to be draining. It don't supposed to have that energy don't supposed to cross over into real life. Just like your dumb hate shouldn't cross over. Just because you're unhappy, it shouldn't be projected on other people. It shouldn't be projected on a team. Like, you need some therapy. But it's a heavy time, y'all, for a lot of different reasons. People putting a lot of negative energy, a lot of negative words. And it ain't just Colorado football. People have been feeding a devilish monster of just negativity. People have been feeding lies. People have been manipulating emotions for some years now. And those kind of getting inspiration, motivation-ish. But that's what we're really dealing with. And that's really why I support Colorado, because I'm like, man, this right here is bigger than football. And what they doing in Coach Prime, I've seen it. And it ain't more than the color. I don't let fools say it's just color. I've seen some non-color, and I tell you straight up. It's a heaviness, and it's not sport. It's not football, you know. But we see it in other areas. You know, you see it in politics. You see it in the business world. You see it in education. It's a negativity. Got to do better. I hope Colorado do well. You know, we're going to be watching this thing as we go on throughout the rest of the week. We're going to do some Thursday. You know, we do some Thursday with B. Watts. Again, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We're going to be talking more detail about this Colorado State team. Of course, it's a matchup nightmare for them. Of course, they're not as talented. Of course, you really owe them for what they did last year, what they did to Travis, what they did to Shador, the stuff that came out certain people's mouths. Of course. But just as a whole, Colorado should spank them. But with all the other nonsense and all the other weirdness and whatever else hanging over their head, I'm concerned for their minds and their spirits, because when I play somebody, I want to see them do their best. I want the best. Oh, glad they hurt. Oh, yeah. I don't want to beat you hurt. I want to beat you at your best. And that's mentally, physical, that's emotional, that's everything. I don't want to see no jacked up game because people are just mentally jacked up. But if someone in the locker room fix the crap, I just leave. You know, like I say, it's a long season left. I'm going to check out the UCF game. I'm going to check out the Kansas State game. And, you know, you put that stuff out there in advance. You want to be involved in that. That's the risk you take. It's like, man, nobody got time for no nonsense. Everybody want to quit. Team show better not quit. You better doggone fight to the end. If y'all with Colorado, be with them right now. They got enough negative on them. You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Just take your butt on out. Because you don't need to come back anyway to go to win. Because you that kind of... Just go ahead and get your butt out. Go ahead and find another team. Why you ain't over here? Nobody got time for that. I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Once again, I'll be talking to y'all soon.